Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another subscriber requested video for you. So I was just recently asked to talk about spring florals, which I am super happy to do. I've got tons of spring florals in my collection and I'm gonna jump right in. So I'm gonna start with a fragrance that I feel like is so underrated. This is such a gorgeous perfume. This is a fragrance from Juicy Couture. I picked up my bottle from Fragrance Net. This is a huge 5-ounce bottle of this, which is why I have almost zero dent in this because it's huge. This is Viva La Juicy La Fleur. This is a gorgeous floral, bright spring floral. It's very, very crisp smelling. It does have that Viva La Juicy sweetness to it, but it's been like very much lightened up. The sweetness is maybe a quarter of the sweetness that you would get in Viva La Juicy. This has a really beautiful, bright, crisp, almost green leaning floral in it. And it's beautiful. That kind of green leaning floral like hangs around the entire wear time. It's so gorgeous. This one, it's hard to explain. It smells like Viva La Juicy, but like a really bright, fresh, crisp, green floral version of Viva La Juicy. It's stunning. Lasts forever. I usually overspray with this one. Again, 10, 12 sprays, which is pretty much my MO with most things. Unless I'm going in with something like really heavy, like some of my Dream House scents, I can't go that overboard with. Some of my stronger scents I can't, but for the most part, I'm usually gonna do about 10, 12 sprays of everything. And that's what I do with this one. This is a monster. If you go in heavy with this, you will smell like this for the entire day, 10, 12 hours at least. I feel like even if you didn't go in as heavy as I do, it would still last a really long time. It's just a great performing fragrance. It's just a great underrated little fragrance in general. I don't hear people talking about this one often, and it should be. It's perfect, and it's perfect for this time of year. It's a perfect spring floral. So anyways, that is Viva La Juicy La Fleur. This next one is an all year round floral. Like, I feel like this could be worn any time of year, but it's such a strong, just floral that I feel like it's perfect for spring. This is Dior Jador, just the original formulation, the EDP. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is such a silky smelling floral. It's a sweet, very silky smelling floral. It's not, I wouldn't say it's light, it's not fresh, it's not crisp, it's not anything like that, but it has the most beautiful like silkiness to it. It smells expensive, which is why there have been women wearing this since it came out in, when did this come out? Like 98, 99. There are women that have been wearing this since then. And I can see why. It is 100% classic. It's beautiful. It's classy. It's like a perfect floral. It's not too light. It's not heavy. It's not too sweet. It doesn't have, I think it might... Does this one have peach in it? I feel like it might have some peach or some, I don't think apricot. Maybe a little bit of peach or a little bit of some kind of a fruit, but it's not like a fruity floral. It's just like, it's just a floral. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's another Dior masterpiece, and I love it. And my bottle, ooh, I don't even know when my bottle's from. I'm gonna have to look up and see when my bottle is from, but mine, it's not a new bottle by any means. Mine is probably, I would say, pre-2012. So I don't know what the newest formulations of this fragrance is like, but I haven't heard anything about them butchering this one completely. Let me know if you know, if you've gotten a newer bottle of this, and if it's been butchered. I would love to know. Anyways, that is Dior Jador. Such a beautiful spring floral. Okay, this next one, this is my favorite time of year to pull out this fragrance. In fact, this is really the only time of year I ever pull this one out. This is from Kim Kardashian, and this is called Fleur Fatale. This is a really beautiful, bright, soapy rose. This is a really beautiful, light, bright, crisp, soapy rose. I love it. I've seen people compare this to Stella, which is just that's not a thing. Trust me when I tell you, this has nothing to do with Stella. It's beautiful on its own. It does not smell a stitch like Stella. Stella is not a soapy rose at all. I love this bottle. I'm obsessed with this bottle. I usually don't reach for this one super often because it just doesn't perform super well, or it hasn't performed super well for me in the past. I'm gonna leave this one out. I'm gonna wear this and see if maybe, since my skin chemistry has changed, if this one performs any better on me now. But either way, I just continue to reapply it. It's really, really beautiful. It's so inexpensive too. These Kim Kardashian scents they're crazy inexpensive. I've seen this one for like as low as $5. I think I saw it for $5 on the Bulk Apothecary website. It's been a couple years ago, but I remember thinking, my goodness, what a low price on that. Anyways, that is Fleur Fatale from Kim Kardashian. I feel like I'm rambling. Okay, this next one, I love this scent. This is the perfect spring floral. This is from Lanvin, and this is Eclat d'Arpège. This is like Eclat d'Arpège tropical or something. I'll have it on the screen for you. I didn't even realize it was different from the original Eclat d'Arpège. Apparently it is, but they don't smell any different to me. This just smells like Eclat d'Arpège to me. It smells like Eclat d'Arpège. This is a really, really beautiful, light, delicate, kind of slightly violety green floral. It's got a little bit of a muskiness to it, especially in the dry down on the skin. You get this really beautiful kind of warm, I don't want to say it's like a clean muskiness, but it's like a warm muskiness. And yeah, it's just like a bright, delicate, crisp floral when you first spray it, that dries down to this really beautiful kind of musky scent. It's gorgeous. I feel like you really can't go wrong with Lanvin scents. I have never smelled a bad Lanvin perfume ever. So anyways, that is Lanvin Eclat d'Arpège Tropical or something like that. Okay, this next one, this is one that my beautiful friend Jacqueline just sent me, and I'm so excited to pull this out and start wearing it now that it is starting to get warmer. This is a Revlon scent, and I can't remember which one this is. This is, oh yes, this is Revlon Jasmine Honeysuckle, and oh, I love this. Yeah, there's nothing groundbreaking about this. It's a really beautiful, light, sweet, delicate jasmine and honeysuckle perfume. Very floral, very straightforward, very linear, super easy to reach for, just perfect jasmine and honeysuckle scent. It's got a little tinge of like a greenness in it. It's not overly sweet, it's like floral sweet, if that makes sense. It's as sweet as what you would smell, you know, if you smelled jasmine. It's heavier on the jasmine than it is the honeysuckle. Very crisp and beautiful. I love this one. So anyways, that is Revlon Jasmine Honeysuckle. Okay, next I've got a couple Burberry scents in this list because Burberry does florals like nobody else. I could literally put every Burberry, just about every Burberry scent that I've got in my collection I could put in this list. But these two are my most favorite springtime florals. In fact, when I start thinking of spring and thinking of florals, these are the fragrances I want to reach for. This is Burberry London For Her. This is the most beautiful, sweet floral. This one is a little bit heavier than any of the others on this list. This one has a really beautiful body to it. I don't want to say it's heavy, but it's not a light floral either. Now, the florals in it are lighter florals. They're kind of lighter, sweet florals, but the perfume itself is, I would say, kind of like medium bodied. This one, it really is just a sweet floral with, again, it has that same kind of muskiness that the Eclat d'Arpège has, but it doesn't dry down quite as musky as that one does. It's beautiful. I love it. One of my favorite Burberry scents ever. So that is Burberry London For Her. This one to me is like quintessentially spring. This is spring in a bottle right here. This is Burberry Weekend. This is the reformulated version of this, and I actually prefer the reformulation on this one. This is spring in a bottle. This is bright spring florals. It's got a touch of sweetness to it. It's not quite as sweet as London For Her. It does have a touch of sweetness. This one's brighter, lighter. This one almost has a slight tea-like quality to it. I don't think it's got any kind of tea in it, but it's almost got like a little bit of a tea-like quality. It's beautiful. This one isn't nearly as sweet as London. And again, it's brighter. The florals in this one are a little bit more dry than in London. This is spring in a bottle. This is perfection. So anyways, that is Burberry Weekend. Burberry scents in general are going to perform incredibly well. They're going to last forever. Yeah, even the reformulated versions. Now, the reformulations aren't the best. They're definitely not quite as good as the original formulations, but even still, you're going to get more than 4 hours out of the reformulations, which to me 4 hours is like the cutoff of it being fine. If you can get 4 hours out of a fragrance, I think that that's perfectly fine. Okay, next we have Clinique. This is Clinique My Happy Peony Picnic. This, I love this. This reminds me a lot of Philosophy Ballet Rose. It's really, really bright, crisp smelling, clean. Maybe a touch shampoo-y. I'm quite sure it's not peony in here. It's probably rose. It smells like rose. It smells just like Philosophy Ballet Rose. Really, really beautiful, bright, crisp, slightly green. Really not sweet at all. Citrusy, floral. It's gorgeous. Now, the only problem with this is these Clinique My Happy perfumes last all of not even an hour. These are, you have to constantly reapply them. Thankfully, they're in really small packaging, so you could easily throw this in your purse, but you would have to constantly reapply this, like at least once an hour probably. But it is really beautiful. And yeah, it smells almost identical to Philosophy Ballet Rose. So anyways, that is Clinique My Happy Peony Picnic. This next one, this might be my favorite floral on this list. I am obsessed with this perfume, especially this older formulation. I love this. It's one of my favorite florals of all time. I just wish it performed better. This is Gucci Flora, and this is the Eau de Parfum formulation. Mine is missing the little bow that goes around this neck, that goes around the neck, because I did buy this off of Mercari. When I heard that Gucci Flora was being discontinued, I immediately got on and found a bottle of it because this is one of my favorite florals of all time. I love this. This is sweet, syrupy floral. It reminds me a little bit of Burberry London, but I don't know, there's just something about Gucci Flora. It just smells, it's got its own unique smell, and it's really beautiful. I really love Gucci perfumes. I just wish that they performed better. This one, I haven't worn this in a long time, so I will give this one a really good wear test. I feel like last time I wore it, it surprised me. I feel like I had better luck with it last time I wore it. But I'll wear it again, and I especially haven't worn it since my chemistry changed again, so I have a feeling that this one might be better now, since Gucci Guilty was better. I can't believe how well that one performed on me. I wish it would have performed like that on my wedding day. This is another one that would just be a perfect wedding scent. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful syrupy floral. So anyways, that is Gucci Flora, the Eau de Parfum, the original formulation. I don't know what the new formulation is like. Okay, and then last but not least, this is another one that I feel like is just quintessential springtime floral. This is Dolce This is Dolce & Gabbana Dolce, just the original first one that came out. I do not have very much left. This is the most beautiful bottle with the most beautiful like light spring green liquid. This is a really, really crisp, fresh floral. This smells like fresh greens and fresh astringent flowers like hyacinth, things like that. And it even has a little bit of that like watery cucumber vibe to it. It's really, really beautiful. I haven't worn this one for a really long time either, so I'm gonna have to, I'll keep this out and I'll give it a really good wear test. I feel like the last time I wore this, which was a couple years ago, I feel like I got about 3 or 4 hours out of it. Like it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't, I don't remember it being the best either. So I will retest this one and I'll let you know how it performs. But yeah, I love it. I feel like this one is springtime in a bottle as well. Everything about it, the packaging, the bottle, the color of the liquid, everything about this is spring in a bottle. It's just perfection. So anyways, that is Dolce & Gabbana Dolce. And that is going to be it, guys. Those are 10 springtime florals that I have in my collection that I think are wonderful florals for the spring. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.